Welcome to episode 22 of the Reality Podcast, you guys. Make sure you guys also hit that subscribe button down below and also ring those bells for all notifications. I am a pissed off man. I'm a pissed off man. Now, before I read the articles of today's podcast, I want to talk about sports real quick, if you guys don't mind. So I'm watching the Golden State Warriors game last night against the Houston Rockets, game 6 last night. And I'm thinking to myself, KD's out, right? KD's out for the rest of the series. I'm thinking to myself, hey, Houston can come home, win game 6, go to Sunday, game 7 and go to State, and steal game 7 and go to State. When I tell you this right now, that Stephen Curry did not drop a single point in the first half of game 6. Of game 6. I told myself, Houston got this game in the bag, right? Curry has no points in the first half. This is only the second playoff game in his entire career when he hasn't dropped a single point in the first half. Because you know how Stephen Curry is. I mean, in my opinion, Stephen Curry is one of the greatest shooters of all time. Shoot. Just know. So I'm thinking to myself, Houston can win this game, win game 6, go to game 7 on Sunday, on Mother's Day, and beat the Warriors, right? Stephen Curry dropped 33 points in the second half. 33 points in the second half. With a fucked up left hand. Without Kevin Durant. I must say. Without that snake. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't care. If you're a basketball fan, you know what I mean when I'm about to say this. Kevin Durant's career is tarnished. Nobody told Kevin Durant to join a 73-9 team after choking up 3 games in 1 lead against the fucking Warriors in the 2016 Western Conference Finals. Nobody told KD to go to the fucking Warriors. I respected KD when he was in the Thunder with the guys like Westbrook and stuff like that. I know that I hate Kevin Durant, but I don't wish any injury upon any other player. I don't. Do I respect KD? No. Did I respect his decision to go to Golden State? No. He could have gone to any other team and be a championship team with that team. But no. Now, people are going to say, oh, but LeBron left Cleveland and go to Miami. You do realize that the year before LeBron went to Miami didn't make the playoffs. Matter of fact, they had one of the worst records in the entire league around that time. Until LeBron and Chris Bosh pulled up. That's an entirely different story. An entire different story. Now, I know that this is a wrestling podcast, but at the same time, you know, this is a sports podcast as well. I can talk baseball, I can talk basketball, and I can talk a little bit of football here and there. But football season's not until freaking August and September. But on the basketball side, I was really disappointed on how the Warriors won last night. I was disappointed on the Rockets in the whole fourth quarter. They choked last night. They fucking choked last night. Now I'm saying this to myself. Houston was the only threat to the Warriors in the playoffs. Now, who can beat the Warriors now in the Western Conference? Portland's not going to beat Golden State. Hell no. Denver? Nah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility there. Denver's like the youngest team in the NBA right now. They're the youngest team in the whole league right now as we speak. Denver's got a lot of potential. But Milwaukee's going to make the finals. The Milwaukee Bucks, they're going to make the finals. The question is against who? Against Toronto? Well, obviously they're going to make the NBA finals, but who they're going to face in the Eastern Conference finals between Toronto or Philly? I got Toronto winning game 7, and I got Denver winning game 7 on Sunday. So that's that on the basketball end. Oh, and by the way, to mention this, I was watching Stephen A. Smith yesterday, and he said that there's a 95% probability that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are coming to the Knicks in the summer. Now, you may say this, oh Chris, why you a Knicks fan? I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not afraid to this. I'm not afraid to admit stuff like that. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. Judge me, blow me. Simple. Simple as that. Do I think KD and Kyrie can go to New York? It's a possibility. It depends on what they do in the draft. That's coming up in June. Depends. But only time will tell. Baseball side. Obviously, my Yankees, they won yesterday. They beat Tampa Bay 4-3. And we're half a game behind Tampa in the American League East. Get a golf clap from there. You give me a golf clap. Because sometimes Yankees can have like a 5-run lead and they just choke out of nowhere. And then when they don't get the big hits, they don't get it. Recently, they've been getting the big hits. Gio Urshela, DJ LeMahieu, all those guys. They're stepping the fuck up right now. And I'm thinking to myself, if you was to tell me in the beginning of the year we would lose Judge, Stanton, Didi, Hicks, and Sevy, and we're a half a game behind first place, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you. There's guys like Gio Urshela. There's guys like DJ LeMahieu. There's guys like Gleyber Torres, Gary Sanchez. All those guys in the lineup. They're stepping the fuck up. And that shows you how deep the Yankees farm system can be. You know the longest tenured Yankee right now is Brett Gardner and CC Sabathia? CC so far is having a good year. Brett Gardner? It's a hit or miss with Brett Gardner. It's a hit or miss. But let me say this now. For all you Red Sox fans out there, you're fucking garbage. I don't give a fuck. I hate the Red Sox. I never liked the Red Sox, not one bit. Even though Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz were one of my favorite Dominican players, I still hate the Red Sox. I will forever hate the Boston Red Sox. Forever hate the Boston Red Sox. That's on the baseball side there. But we got a lot of news to cover here on episode 22 of the Reality Podcast. If you guys don't know who I am your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Saturday, May 11th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. Now, a scheduling update. I know tomorrow's Mother's Day. I know that for a fact. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. If I do not have enough news for Mother's Day tomorrow, there will not be an upload. I was going to give you guys Throwback Thursday for Sunday. I'm thinking about it. Now, you guys let me know down below in the comment section. Do you guys want episode 23 of the Reality Podcast tomorrow, or do you guys want Throwback Thursday? Now, I usually do Throwback Thursday on Thursdays, but I can make it an exception on Sunday because I didn't give it to you guys Thursday because I was working Thursday and I came home late Thursday. And I was going to give you guys Backlash 1999 Throwback Thursday pay-per-view review. So let me know down below in the comment section. Do you guys want episode 23 of the Reality Podcast tomorrow? Or do you guys want a Backlash 1999 Throwback Thursday pay-per-view review? Now, the reason why I picked Backlash 1999 for 2 reasons. One, I found out from my brother, Jonathan, if you're watching this, bro. Backlash 1999 is my brother's favorite pay-per-view of all time. Hey, it's my brother. You want to talk to him? Talk to him about that. And another thing is because Backlash 99, if you guys pay attention to the end of Backlash 1999, which I will do a review on tomorrow if you guys vote on down in the comment section. The ending to Backlash 99 left the biggest seed you could ever drop on live television. The Undertaker was in a limo with Stephanie McMahon on it. As you guys know, Stephanie said, "Driver, driver." The little window goes down. The Taker goes back. where to, Stephanie? And then Stephanie starts screaming and shit. Mind you, Vince is in the arena. Vince is in the arena, gives Austin his smoking skull belt. Rock and Austin main evented Backlash 99, which I'm going to say this. The match they had at WrestleMania 15 was better than the one they had at Backlash 99. It was good, but they tried to replicate what happened at WrestleMania, except for the fact that Shane was a special guest referee, which enhanced the match even more, in my honest opinion. But we'll go over it tomorrow if you guys want me to review Throwback Thursday, Backlash 1999 tomorrow instead of episode 23 of the Reality Podcast. But if you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys miss me on Twitter, I want you guys to hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys think of the podcast so far. And if you guys are new to the channel looking for Raw review, SmackDown review, NXT review, Throwback Thursday, Top 10 Fridays, or wrestling podcast and gaming content, I want you guys to show support by hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing those bells for all notifications. Check out episode 21 of the Reality Podcast that I uploaded yesterday. Yeah, I know, the Vince McMahon senile fuck. I know. When Vince McMahon decided on the wildcard rule to help WWE TV ratings. You guys will find out here on the podcast yesterday. Link to the podcast will be in the annotation above in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Check out SmackDown review. Yeah, I know. I didn't upload Throwback Thursday. I didn't upload NXT. I know, because listen, I'm a hardworking man. What do you want me to do? Anyways, man, check out SmackDown review. Kofi Kingston defends the WWE title once again on the back-to-back nights. I had TM tell me that SmackDown was boring. TM, if you're watching, shout out to you, bro. TM even told me himself that SmackDown was completely fucking terrible. Boring, bland, terrible. Tough. I know. Link to SmackDown review will be in the annotation above in that little eye on the upper right hand corner of your screen. Check out Monday Night Raw review. This was before my Twitter suspension, which I know that I'll be getting my account back, I believe, on Tuesday. The worst episode of Monday Night Raw of 2019. Don't at me. 100% factual. Don't at me. Raw. Mind you, I did not watch Raw or SmackDown this past week, and I had people tell me, legitly tell me, Raw was completely fucking boring, trash, on a dumpster fire. I mean, can you fucking blame them? No, you can't. Link to Monday Night Raw review will be in the annotation above on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast. Man, I have to freaking update this shit. I do not have Instagram. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you guys are connecting with your boy Chris on social media. Now, when I get Twitter back on Tuesday, you guys are gonna want to follow me on Twitter at your boy Chris183. I no longer have Instagram, so Instagram is scratched the fuck out. And Snapchat, you guys can follow me on Snapchat at Chris Most Hated. If you guys are new to the channel, show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing those bells for all notifications. I have a story right here to kick off the podcast here. There's news on Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. You do not... Now, what I'm about to tell you, now, if you're drinking, if you're eating, you might want to hurry up. I'm going to give you a 5-second warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You ready? Okay. Hulk Hogan wants a match against John Cena at WrestleMania 36. Can you tell the excitement on my face? You can't tell? Good. Hulk Hogan recently returned to the World Wrestling I said I was going to say World Wrestling Federation. Returned to the WWE after taking a forced break from the company. Some awful things were said by the Hulkster, and he was blackballed from the company and erased from their history. Now it appears that he did enough time away from the company. Hogan made his first WrestleMania appearance since his return to this year in MetLife Stadium, during this year's WrestleMania. Now it looks like he wants to play a much bigger part in next year's WrestleMania, which is in Tampa. One fan tweeted out that he would love to see Hulk Hogan versus John Cena at WrestleMania 36. Yeah, this fan is a fucking idiot. This fan's a fucking idiot. One fan tweeted out that he would love to see Hulk Hogan versus John Cena at WrestleMania 36. It would certainly be a match with two legends, and Hogan seemed to agree. Now, I think this is what Hogan tweeted on Twitter. He said, at John Cena, Mania 35 came and went, but we're not waiting any longer. At World Wrestling Entertainment, at Triple H, and at Vince McMahon. We want at Hulk Hogan. I know, this is what the fan tweeted. We want at Hulk Hogan versus hashtag John Cena at WrestleMania 36 in Tampa, Florida, brother. One last match and a chance for Hulk Hogan to run wild once and for all. It's hashtag now or never. This fan is a fucking idiot. Hulk Hogan appeared to be very open to lacing up his boots one more time at next year's shows to face John Cena because he retweeted the comment about having one more match. So Hogan retweeted this tweet. You never know what kind of schedule John Cena will have around WrestleMania time next year. He was in between projects doing WrestleMania 35, so he only appeared as the Doctor of Thugonomics to have a segment with Elias, which was one of the best things of the entire show at WrestleMania. Next year could be much, much different. Does anyone want to see Hogan versus Cena in Tampa next year? Let me know down below in the comment section. I can tell you my answer right now. Do I want to see Hulk Hogan versus John Cena? Fuck no! No. Cena is way past his prime. Hogan. Nobody wants to see Hulk Hogan in the ring again. I honestly don't. I honestly don't. When will John Cena have his last match? I don't know. But it seems like John Cena's not going anywhere anytime soon. And if you guys want to know the fans' Twitter account is at... Well, I'll just show you the tweet. I'm not even going to hold you. I'll just show you the tweet. That's the tweet. That is the tweet. So Hulk Hogan wants John Cena at WrestleMania. Do you guys want to see Hogan versus Cena? I don't. I effing don't. Speaking of WrestleMania, well, speaking of the network, WWE Network no longer available on 10 devices. Now, they sent me an email. They did send me an email, which I will read to you guys right now. If you guys have the network, check your email because it says here important information regarding your account. And I will show you guys my email right there. It's going to say that specific thing right there. Important information regarding your account. So, I'm going to read this legitimately from my email. Our goal is always to provide you with the best possible viewing experience on the WWE Network. Unfortunately, several device manufacturers have stopped updating the operating system of all their products, which may impact your ability to stream high-quality videos. As such, the WWE Network app will no longer be available on the devices listed below starting May 21st, 2019. So starting May 21st, which is on a Tuesday, the following devices listed below are as follows. Amazon Fire tablets, Apple TV 3rd generation or earlier models, LG 2016 and earlier models, the PS3, the Samsung 2016 and early models, Samsung and Sony Blu-ray players, Sony non-Android TVs, Windows 10 desktop, and Xbox 360. You can stream WWE Network on many other supported devices. For a full list, please visit WWE Network support. So, if you guys have like a PS3 or any of the other devices that I just read to you guys, please update them. please update them. Please, please, please update them immediately. Immediately. All right. I have news here. I reported this yesterday. Okay. I'm gonna find the article on Tommasso Ciampa because there is a report on an update on his injury health. Now, as you guys know, Tommasso Ciampa, you guys know Ciampa is my favorite out of NXT. You know he's my favorite coming out of NXT. Now, if I can find the report here on Ciampa's update, I will read it to you guys right here on the podcast. If only I can find it. Okay, here we go. Big news on Tommaso Ciampa's recovery from injury. Now, Tommaso Ciampa was NXT champion when he was taken out of action due to a neck injury. It was awful timing because he was just called up to the main roster at the same time as well. Ciampa had surgery and it was a heartbreaking thing to hear him talk about. However, it seems like he has good news to report. The Sicilian psychopath updated fans to let us know that he just saw the doctor and the news is not good. It's great. Hopefully, this is a sign that he'll be back sooner rather than we initially expected. Now, this is what Ciampa tweeted on Twitter. Got the results to my 2-month follow-up X-ray. I said X-ray. X-ray. Doc said, this doesn't look good. It looks great. Happy birthday to the greatest sports entertainer of all time. Hashtag part man. Hashtag part Wolverine. Hashtag all black heart. Ciampa was injured with surgery scheduled before his main roster call-up. He was NXT champion at the time and set to defend his title at NXT TakeOver New York. He was also pulled from NXT house shows to allow him time to recover a little bit too. However, the match at TakeOver didn't happen because he was called up to the main roster and pulled from action weeks later after his surgery was accelerated. I honestly hope Ciampa comes back. I miss Tommaso Ciampa. I honestly hope that he comes back. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. If Ciampa comes back, do you see him on the main roster? Or do you see him finishing the storyline with Johnny Gargano? Now, as a fan of NXT, I would love to see Ciampa on the main roster. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying this, but Ciampa on the main roster, I feel like Vince will kill him on the main roster. I think Vince will kill him. Because Triple H, when Triple H creates something great, Vince is always going to be there to kill it. To kill it, to nerf it. The whole 9 yards. But I don't want to see Ciampa on the main roster just yet. I want to see Ciampa and Gargano finish their storyline because I think they still have things to finish. In my honest opinion. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about Ciampa going to the main roster? Would you guys like to see Ciampa on the main roster? Or would you guys like Ciampa and Gargano to finish their storyline on NXT? Let me know down below in the comment section on that topic. WrestleMania 36 will include interesting match for Becky Lynch. Now, before I read this article, I'm going to say this now about Becky Lynch. She's overexposed. She's overexposed. Now, this is what happens when you have Becky Lynch win both titles at WrestleMania. Now, I'm thinking to myself here, how many of you people are still supporting Becky Lynch? I'm starting to low-key not support Becky Lynch. Simple reason why is because she's getting overexposed. She's on Raw and SmackDown every single week. You're just killing her mystique. Now, I love Becky. Listen, I always love Becky Lynch. When that happened at SummerSlam, people were thinking, oh, she turned heel. Shit like that. She turned heel. She ain't turned heel. Yeah, sure, she has a heel attitude. Yeah, sure. She had that Stone Cold Steve Austin-like attitude, but at the same time, she was getting cheered. Now, people were supporting her from SummerSlam going all the way to WrestleMania. She won the Royal Rumble, stuff like that. She wasn't even advertised for the Royal Rumble. She just filled in for Lana. She just filled in for Lana. which I'm okay with looking back at it. I'm okay with it. But now, she won both championships at WrestleMania. Ever since then, she's been overexposed. And in my honest opinion, I'm thinking to myself here, when is Becky going to lose both titles? Because now, I feel like now they're killing Becky Lynch. I feel like now they're killing her because of the simple fact that, oh, she wasn't supposed to be part of the WrestleMania main event. So, why not just kill her slowly? Becky Lynch is still the double champion in World Wrestling Entertainment. But that's not likely to last forever. The company is making plans for WrestleMania already, and the man will have a prominent role. As we previously reported, World Wrestling Entertainment is doing Lynch vs. Charlotte Flair Money in the Bank because that is no longer in their plans for WrestleMania next year. However, that doesn't answer who Becky Lynch will be facing. Although it was not revealed who she will be facing exactly, the Wrestling Observer newsletter did cancel some options off that list of possible opponents. It is reportedly that the man's opponent will not be Ronda Rousey or Stephanie McMahon. I don't know. This is what Wrestling Observer newsletter reported. Regarding the Lynch 2020 WrestleMania plan, the one thing we've been told is that the opponent right now is not Stephanie McMahon. And as noted, not Ronda Rousey, although if Rousey wants that spot, she could almost certainly get it, or Charlotte Flair. It is interesting how it was noted that if Ronda wants to make a return, then WWE will certainly move things around for her. However, her current impregnation vacation might not be over by the time WrestleMania 36 rolls around. If Becky Lynch isn't set to face Flair, Rousey, or McMahon, it makes us wonder who World Wrestling Entertainment might have in store for Becky Lynch. Obviously, it will need to be a bigger name since WrestleMania is the largest show of the year. If anything, I don't care what any of you say. Now, I reported this on the podcast a long time ago. They was thinking about doing Becky versus Stephanie at SummerSlam. At SummerSlam in Toronto. Now, I don't know how real that is, but if I was to book Becky Lynch's match at WrestleMania next year in Tampa, give us the match that we were supposed to get at Survivor Series last year. Give us Becky and Ronda. Now, that was the original match that we were supposed to get at WrestleMania this year, but they added Charlotte to enhance the match. And that was the only reason why Charlotte was added to the matchup, was to enhance the match. Now, you people thought for 1 second that Charlotte was going to get added to the matchup and win both titles at WrestleMania? No. I was only going to make the Becky Lynch story even that much bigger. Now, yeah, sure, they wasted Asuka's title reign and gave it to Charlotte, only for Charlotte to lose it to Becky 2 weeks later. Now, as the article said here, and I have it right here, the only reason why they're booking Becky versus Charlotte is because Charlotte is not part of the plan for WrestleMania against Becky. But then again, you ask yourself, how many times have we seen this match between Becky and Charlotte? How many times we saw that match last year in 2018? Their best match was back at Evolution, when they had that last women's standing match. My honest opinion, after Money in the Bank, I do not want to see Becky versus Charlotte anymore. I don't. I really, really don't. Because the simple fact, it's been told so many times. And Becky has beaten Charlotte almost every single time. Almost every single time. They faced off when at Hell in a Cell. They faced off at Super Showdown. They faced off at fucking Evolution. They faced off at the Royal Rumble. 1-on-1. Then they faced off at fucking Fastlane. How many times are we going to see this match? How many times? Do you think that Becky and Charlotte will have a good match at Money in the Bank? Possibly. But then again, the best match that Charlotte and Becky had was back at Evolution, back in October. But if I was to book Becky Lynch's match at WrestleMania for next year in Tampa, I'm booking her against Ronda. Simple reason why I'm booking Becky versus Ronda at WrestleMania. A, we could have saw that match at Survivor Series. B, we couldn't get that match at WrestleMania. Why not book it next year? Have Ronda win the Rumble next year. Wherever, I think it's in Houston next year. The Rumble next year is in Houston, in Minute Maid Park, where the Houston Astros play. That's where the Rumble will be at next year. WrestleMania will be in Tampa next year. If I'm Vince right now, the plan right now, I would have Ronda Rousey win the 2020 Women's Royal Rumble match. That's it. And then I would have Becky versus Ronda at WrestleMania, and I'll have Ronda get her win back that she lost at WrestleMania this year at MetLife Stadium. Not MetLife Center, MetLife Stadium. So there you go. That's how I'm booking this whole situation between Ronda and Becky. All right, I have more news here. I don't know if you guys care about Kurt Angle, but there's news on Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's current role in the company has been revealed. Now, Kurt Angle is a Hall of Famer, and he recently signed a new multi-year deal with the company. We can only assume it is a lucrative contract, as well as because Wrestling Entertainment is pulling Angle from some appearances, and they aren't stopping either. Kurt Angle will soon be filling the role of a backstage producer in WWE. Good. This is good for Kurt Angle. This is a new job for him, but he's seen how people do it for years. That will still require some on-the-job training. Wrestling Observer Newsletter reports that Kurt Angle is currently shadowing producers backstage to learn the ropes. He is learning different aspects of the job, which will hopefully be his new long-term position with the company. It is also important to note that Kurt Angle was very clear that his new role in the company could also include some on-screen activity as well. So he could appear in a non-wrestling role or as a manager. Only time will tell how Wrestling Entertainment ends up using Kurt Angle during this portion of his career as a Hall of Famer. But there are plenty of options. At least we know he will likely be around because they are going to be relying on his expertise outside the ring in a producer role. This is good for Kurt Angle. Now, yeah, Angle lost to Corbin at WrestleMania. Yeah, sure. It is what it is. But at the same time, Angle has a great mind for the business. He has a great mind for the business. Let him use his mind. Let him use his mind as a backstage producer. That's a good thing on Kurt Angle. And who knows? I would love to see Kurt Angle back on television, but not in the ring. You know, Kurt Angle is one of my all-time favorites growing up as a kid. He's one of my favorites of all time. But I think Angle's in-ring career, done. Make him be a producer. Make him as a backstage producer and stuff like that. Or put him as a manager. Obviously, I would do this. I would bring back American Alpha. If Jason Jordan will ever be cleared, I would put Chad Gable and Jason Jordan on SmackDown, and I would have Kurt Angle there as a manager. As a manager. And also at the same time, they can still flip the fact that Jason Jordan is Kurt Angle's son. I would love that. American Alpha as Kurt Angle as a manager for them? Why not? Sign me up for that. Sign me up. Sign me the fuck up. Now, there is news on AEW. An ECW legend signs with All Elite Wrestling. AEW has announced that they have signed ECW legend Jerry Lynn. Lynn is expected to be working in a producer role for the company. Not bad. Not too shabby. As noted earlier today, AEW has also signed former Lucha Underground star Angelito. I don't know who that is, but AEW signed with him. There's also news on AEW. If I can find this entire freaking story here. There is news on AEW's television deal, if anything. I have no idea if this is true or not. But I'm looking for the report and I really can't find it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna scratch on that. Okay, here we go. Okay. AEW Double or Nothing could help determine television deal. Now AEW has a lot of their ducks in a row, and new announcements are coming every day at this point. Double or Nothing is coming up on May 25th, and plenty of people will be paying attention to AEW's performance, including prospective television partners. The Elite hasn't announced a television deal just yet. It is said to be close, but it hasn't happened yet. This is making some fans wonder what is going on because the announcement seems to have been close for quite a while. Now, Jericho even said it himself. The reason why he signed with AEW is because AEW had a television deal on the ropes. So that's why Jericho signed with All Elite Wrestling. Post Wrestling's Tom Cahoon, I don't know who that is, but he said that at this point, AEW could be relying on Double or Nothing's performance to secure a better deal with ITV. He said this, and I quote, "It's worth mentioning that All Elite Wrestling may be relying on Double or Nothing buys on ITV box office in order to convince at ITV to offer them a good TV deal. If you're an AEW fan or a wrestling fan in general, it might be worth showing your support for the show in particular." End quote. Double or Nothing sold out in quick fashion. Even though there are still tickets on the secondary market, the card is coming together quite well and should be worth the money to order on pay-per-view. AEW will surely benefit from a lot of people buying the event on pay-per-view, but at $59.99, they are setting a high price point for the American pay-per-view market. Let's hope that they can impress enough because it could go to influence their ongoing television deal in a big, big way. I'm excited for Double or Nothing. I am really excited for Double or Nothing at this point. I really am excited for it. Because, I'm not going to say this, that AEW is going to compete with Vince and World Wrestling Entertainment, that big monster that Vince is. But at the same time, AEW is going to create better matches, better storylines, this and that. Now you can seriously ask yourself this question. When was the last time you was invested in a WWE storyline other than Kofi Kingston and other than Becky Lynch? When was the last storyline you was really invested in? I'm not including Kofi and I'm not including Becky. I'm not. Because that was for the case of WrestleMania season. Factual. But other than that, I'm excited for AEW. I'm excited for Double or Nothing. I've seen the card a couple of times. The card's looking really, really good. The card is looking really, really good. I'm gonna keep it on the wrestling topic here. Vince McMahon's reaction to Ryder's recent backstage heat. Vince McMahon has a lot of incredible stories about his life, and we might even see a movie about him someday. I hope we don't. However, his work has never earned an Emmy Award. Jen Pepperman did just win an Emmy and is writing for WWE, but she didn't win it for her work with Vince. Let me say this right now before I even continue with this story. You have 30 writers in WWE. You mean to tell me that they do not have any wrestling experience whatsoever or wrestling knowledge of any type? Now I know why people are quitting the company. Now I know why people are like superstars are upset with WWE. Now I know why. I told you, I've always said that when it comes to a superstar, it's either cash or creative. If it's not the cash, it's creative. I'm just speaking the truth here. WWE, let me say this now. Their creative job, their creative team is fucking garbage on a weekly basis. I can write Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live in my fucking sleep. For example, I can write one right now. Kill the wild card rule. Kill it.
Kill the wild card rule.
Kill it. kill it. Or if you want to keep the wild card rule, you might as well kill the brand split. Simple as that. Another thing, if you're not going to kill the brand split, kill the wild card rule, merge the women's division and the tag team division. You have one set of a women's world championship, one set of women's tag team championships for the women, and for the men, you have one set of tag team champions. The mid-cards, they can stay, the U.S. title can stay on Raw, and the IC title can stay on SmackDown. Oh, and anything, I'm killing the Universal Championship, and I'm bringing back the World Heavyweight Championship from Monday Night Raw. The Universal Championship is worthless. You can also add the Universal Championship next to the Women's Tag Team Championships. Oh, and by the way, daily reminder, and I forgot to say this yesterday on the podcast, daily reminder, the Iconics are the worst women's tag team in all of WWE, and the Women's Tag Team Championships are the worst set of championships in WWE history. Salty? Triggered? I don't give a fuck. I am retiring the Universal Championship and I'm bringing back the World Heavyweight Championship. You know that gold, you know that WCW title that ended up coming to World Wrestling Entertainment? You know, that big golden title? Bring that back. Kill the Universal Championship. Bring back the World Heavyweight Championship from Monday Night Raw. And SmackDown can keep the WWE title. Keep it. Keep it. And whenever you want to really merge the men's division, you can do a unification match at WrestleMania. You can do the SmackDown's World title against Raw's World title. You can do a unification match there and officially end the brand split. Look at that. I already booked Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live in less than 3 minutes. In less than 3 minutes. Oh, and by the way, I'm having Vince done. Listen, if I had one wish, I would have Vince McMahon. No, if I had 2 wishes, I would have Vince McMahon disappear. And I would have Triple H take over. Literally and figuratively take over Raw and SmackDown. Triggered? Salty? I don't care. Continuing on with the story, we previously reported Peppermint got a little bit of heat on her for bringing her Emmy Award with her on the Raw tapings this week. The Wrestling Observer Newsletter reports that it was thought as a very naive move to do in a room full of wrestling people who have never been considered for such an award. Michael Hayes told her to put the Emmy Award away, and apparently Peppermint bringing her Emmy along for the trip to Cincinnati was a hot conversation backstage. However, Vince McMahon didn't seem to care much about what she did because he had more important matters to deal with. Oh yeah, of course you had more important matters. Like for example, sucking Roman Reigns' cock, for example. Making sure your fucking pockets are lined for the money. It's all about the money. Vince just laughed it off because he was so busy making so many changes, but otherwise, it was the talk backstage. Peppermint won a Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Director of a Digital Drama Series for her work on After Forever. This is actually her second Daytime Emmy Award, which was 2 more than World Wrestling Entertainment has ever won. Therefore, you can understand why it might ruffle some feathers. It's a good thing that Vince McMahon was preoccupied because things could have turned out poorly if he would have had the time to focus on this backstage flux pass. I said this before, I said this just earlier, and I'm going to say it again. The creative team in WWE is so fucking garbage, it's not even funny. So fucking garbage, it is not even funny. So garbage. It's a complete waste of time. This wildcard rule is a complete waste of everybody's time. The only reason why they're doing this fucking wildcard rule is to have Roman Reigns on Raw and SmackDown. If that was the case, if you was going to do this wildcard rule, why do the fucking Superstar Shake-Up to begin with? There was no point of the superstar shakeup if you're going to do the wild card rule. There's no point. No point whatsoever. And mind you, I didn't even watch Raw or SmackDown this week. I had people legitimately tweet at me on Monday and people telling me on Tuesday, TM telling me on Tuesday, SmackDown was fucking terrible. Raw was the worst Raw in 2019 from what people told me on Twitter before my Twitter got suspended. By the way, I will get my Twitter account on Tuesday. Tuesday morning, I will have my Twitter back. People legitimately told me that Raw was fucking garbage. I sent out a tweet on Raw this past Monday. So far, I have to ask the question, how's Raw? People legitimately telling me Raw is boring, I fell asleep, Raw is a complete dumpster fire. Why? Because of the fucking wild card rule. Is it even necessary to have a wild card rule? No! No! You're killing the brand split just like that. And the reason why Vince installed the fucking wild card rule is to have Roman on Raw. Don't tell me otherwise, bro. Don't sit there and tell me otherwise. Roman is going to be on Raw every single week. I will be shocked and completely fucking floored if Roman's not on Monday Night Raw next week. I will be floored if Roman's not on Raw next week. I would be completely fucking shocked. Speaking of SmackDown, big Fatal 4-Way and segment set for SmackDown next week. Now, this will be the last report here on the podcast. If you guys are enjoying the podcast, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing those bells for all notifications. WWE is going to be pre-taping their Raw and SmackDown episodes next week. So I already know. Don't watch Raw and SmackDown. I already know. Because I hate the tape shows for Raw and SmackDown. I hate it. Completely fucking hate it. WWE is going to be pre-taping the Raw and SmackDown episodes next week because they're going on an overseas tour. However, the company is still including some big matches on Tuesday. WWE is announcing that Finn Balor versus Ali versus Andrade versus Randy Orton will take place in an epic Fatal 4-Way match this week on SmackDown Live. Needless to say, there are some big bragging rights on the line, and it could also add some serious momentum as the Superstars roll towards Money in the Bank on May 19th. The company also confirmed that an episode of The Kevin Owens Show is planned for next week. KO has extended an invitation to Kofi Kingston to appear during that segment. Raw and SmackDown will tape their shows on the London's O2 Arena. Ringside News will have all the spoilers for the shows as they take place as well. Also, on SmackDown this Tuesday, Paige's team of Kairi Sane and Asuka look to build tag team momentum against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Are you going to watch SmackDown on Tuesday? Are you going to watch Raw on Monday? No. No. I'm not. At this point, I just don't care. I don't care. If you guys know what the ratings are for Raw and SmackDown from this week, please leave a comment down below. I would love to know. Because I'm not on Twitter until Tuesday. And let me say this now. Not being on Twitter is fucking boring. Fucking boring. In my honest opinion. Just fucking boring. Just fucking boring. Simple fact is I can't tweet, I can't drop bombshells, I can't drop F-bombs, I can't do shit until Tuesday. But, starting now, I'm going to say this now, as we're about to end the podcast here, unless if I find something else. Starting now, I am not going to reply to the trolls, to the virgins, to the people that want attention. Starting now, I'm not even going to reply to them. Because they want attention. I learned that lesson when I got suspended on Twitter. People want your attention. It's factual. People just want attention. Because why? They can't get attention in real life. They just can't. When people can't get attention in real life, They go to social media where they're behind a keyboard, where they can't see you, blah, blah, blah. That is the cold, hard reality on things, literally and figuratively. I learned that lesson when my Twitter account got suspended. Simple. Simple. Starting now, when I tweet something about a list and stuff like that, I'm not even going to reply to you. I'm going to look at the tweet, and if it's stupid, I'm going to block you. It's just simple as that. Just simple as that. The simple fact that my Twitter account got suspended because I spoke the truth about people really does say something about Twitter. I got suspended on my Twitter account for hateful conduct. I'm going to read the tweet right now, which since we are freaking off topic right here. I'm going to read the tweet that how my Twitter account got suspended. It says here, hello Chris, your account, your boy Chris183 has been suspended for violating the Twitter rules. Specifically for violating our rules against hateful conduct. Hateful conduct. And this is the tweet that got me suspended. At Red Sox fan, 4life918, the number 4. And the number 918. Laughing my ass off, Red Sox fans are jokes. You're a joke. Fuck the Red Sox and fuck you as well, you fucking degenerate. Imagine being triggered over the truth, you fucking bum-ass bitch. Go get a job. The Red Sox will never hire someone like you. Stay mad. Where in that tweet is hateful conduct? I would love to know. Where in that tweet, in this specific tweet, is hateful conduct? I would love to know. Yet, this is the same guy that called me a stupid N-word on the DM. On the DM. I don't want to show you because, you know, it might trigger the video. It might trigger the video to the point where it can't get uploaded. But I don't want to show it. I don't want to show it. So then, on the bottom of the tweet, on the bottom of the message says, note that if you attempt to evade a permanent suspension by creating new accounts, we will suspend your new account. If you wish to appeal the suspension, please contact our support team. I did a appeal on Tuesday, and they still haven't got back to me. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm here thinking to myself, I can either wait it out until Tuesday. I've had people tell me, oh, Chris, your account is permanently suspended. You gotta make a new one. I tried to make 2 new Twitter accounts, and both of them got suspended. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm not banned on Twitter. I'm just suspended on Twitter. Now, people have told me, oh, it's only a week. I did some research, and it said, I'm going to do the research right now again. I'm going to do the research once again. I'm going to do the research here. I searched up, how long is a Twitter suspension on Google? It says, don't panic. Your account has been suspended, not banned. You just have to contact Twitter support, explain your problem clearly, provide a short explanation of your problem, and have patience. It normally takes 7 days to get your account unsuspended. I've been waiting since Tuesday, and we're on Saturday. So all I got was is Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday. It's gonna blow right by. So, one thing about me, I'm a patient guy. So I'm not gonna sit here and cry and kiss ass. Oh, can I have my Twitter account back and stuff like that? No. If I did something wrong, which I think I clearly didn't, fuck it. If you like the old saying, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. I did the crime. All of a sudden, they think I did the crime. I didn't do shit. I gotta do the time. Say Twitter jail. It's Twitter jail. So there you go. I'm gonna look for another story before I get out of here. Because I feel like there's more news here. I just gotta look for stuff because all of a sudden, it's too much to know. It's too much. What else can I say over here? I think I reported this already yesterday. Yeah, I did. I reported this yesterday on the podcast. There's news on Sheamus. Fuck it, I just found one more report. There's news on Sheamus. Sheamus' injury status not looking good. Sheamus has not been seen since WrestleMania 35, and he has missed everything since then on television. He is reportedly injured, but there's no word yet on exactly how bad off he is. The Celtic Warrior suffered from spinal stenosis, which is something that has caused wrestlers their career in the past. He is plenty tough, but everyone has their threshold. Sean Ross Sapp said on Fightful, he said that there was hope Sheamus would be able to compete at WrestleMania this year, which he did. There is no update yet regarding the status of Sheamus' injury, but he experienced his share of issues before taking out of action. This is what Sean Ross Sapp said, and I quote, "I had heard last year that there were a lot of people that were surprised that Sheamus could still wrestle as effectively as he could, considering some of the injury issues and the pain that he had been in. Honestly, the thing I was told by one wrestler was that if he got to WrestleMania, that would really be awesome. Not as if they were hoping that, or the company was hoping that, but the wrestler personally was hoping that Sheamus could get through this WrestleMania, and he did, and that was about it. No update yet, but man, with a bad neck, and then you get a concussion on top of that, that's not hot." End quote. Sheamus' tag team partner Cesaro was moved to Raw, effectively breaking up the bar. I don't know why they broke up the bar to begin with. This left Sheamus on SmackDown Live, but he has yet to be seen since the show of shows. The fact that nobody has announced the exact nature of Sheamus' injury status is also a bit concerning, considering that we know what he has dealt with in the past. Hopefully, the Celtic Warrior can make an in-ring return, but in the meantime, he is still training as hard as he can to stay ready as he continues his recovery. I hope that Sheamus comes back. Listen, I said this earlier in the podcast, and for example, about Kevin Durant. I may hate Kevin Durant, but I do not wish injury upon anybody. Now, I love Sheamus. Don't get me wrong, I love Sheamus. The fact that he has spinal stenosis is a really bad thing. Look at these superstars and people, like athletes all over the world, has ended their career because of spinal stenosis. Edge, Nikki Bella, Stone Cold Steve Austin, David Wright, among others. If you're a Met fan, David Wright. You guys know David Wright has spinal stenosis, I believe, since 2014, 2015. He has spinal stenosis. It was only a matter of time before he was going to retire. Edge, he has spinal stenosis at one point in his career. Look how his career ended up being. Edge ended up becoming one of the greatest of all time. Stone Cold Steve Austin, he has spinal stenosis, I think around 97, when Owen Hart, the late great Owen Hart, gave him a pile driver that spiked his neck at the 1997 SummerSlam. Broke his neck, spinal stenosis. Career was cut short. Nikki Bella. I think Nikki Bella has spinal stenosis, if I'm correct. I think she has spinal stenosis as well. But look how her career ended up being. Now she's retired. So, I gotta ask this question. Now we know that Sheamus has spinal stenosis, how long is his career gonna last? Is his career gonna cut short? Is Sheamus a Hall of Famer? In my honest opinion, is Sheamus the Hall of Famer? Yes, he's a Hall of Famer. In my honest opinion, Sheamus, he has the resume to be a Hall of Famer. Former world champion, former Money in the Bank winner, former King of the Ring, former Rumble winner. Sheamus has the resume. He has the resume to be a Hall of Famer. He does. My honest opinion. Sheamus is a future Hall of Famer. And he's only been in a company for how long? Close to 10 years in the company? Close to 10 years? I believe close to 10 years. I think Sheamus made his debut when he was in ECW. Not the original hardcore ECW, WWE's ECW. I think around like, I think early 2009. I think early to mid 2009 he made his debut, I believe. I think he made his debut, I think in October. I think it was September or October of 2009 he made his debut. I'm not too sure about that, but I gotta look up on that. But you're gonna ask me, oh, is Sheamus a Hall of Famer? Yes. In my opinion, right now he's a Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. But, and to be honest, guys, that is the reality of things. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 22 of the Reality Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, please hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Also, guys, leave a comment down below what you guys thought of the podcast today. And if you guys are new to the channel, looking for Raw review, SmackDown review, NXT review, Throwback Thursday, Top 10 Fires, wrestling podcast, and gaming content, I want you guys to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing those bells for all notifications. Check out episode 21 of the Reality Podcast that was uploaded yesterday on the channel. When did Vince McMahon decided on the wild card rule to help WWE TV ratings? The link to the podcast will be in the annotation above on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Check out SmackDown Live review. Kofi Kingston defends the WWE title once again. He defended the title on back-to-back nights. Link to SmackDown review will be in the annotation above on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Check out Raw review. The worst episode of Monday Night Raw of 2019. Don't at me. Link to Raw review will be in the annotation above on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And this is the official home of the Reality Podcast right here on the channel. So make sure you guys are connecting with your boy on social media. When I get my account back on Tuesday, you guys are gonna want to follow me on Twitter at your boy Chris183. I no longer have Instagram, so don't follow me on Instagram. And Snapchat, I have Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And like I said, if you guys want to show your support, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. Now, I said this earlier on the video, and I'm going to mention it here again. Do you guys want episode 23 of the Reality Podcast tomorrow on Mother's Day? Or do you guys want Backlash 1999 Throwback Thursday pay-per-view review and result video? Let me know down below in the comment section. The comment section will forever be yours. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I'll see you guys tomorrow for either episode 23 of the Reality Podcast, depending on news, or you guys are going to get a 1999 Backlash Throwback Thursday review and results video. Till then, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Sunday's upload, or if not, I will see you guys on Monday for Monday Night Raw. Till then, I am Chris. Talk to you guys later.